Hello, my name is Shannon, also known as the Gym Nurse on all my social media networks. Today I am back with a quick little review and talk about some of the pieces that are coming out with BuffBunny Collection's Black Friday sale. So along with giving us an amazing sale, they typically have like a little mini launch associated with it. Some pieces coming back we've seen before in different colors, and then a couple of new amazing items, straight leg leggings. So we'll get into all of that. Most of the stuff we have seen before. It's either just a restock of the color or new, but everything is going to be up to 70% off. The older the collection or the item, it will be more discounted, and then the newer things will have less discount, but everything will be discounted in some way. And then my code, the Gym Nurse, can be stacked for another 10% off of that. And then if you use my code and screenshot your order, you can enter my monthly giveaway, and the instructions on how to do that will be in the description. So let's get into it. I was lucky enough to be invited to BuffBunny World a couple weeks ago, and they gave us so much stuff that I really did not need to order much with my PR selections. The things that, you know, I pretty much got the things that I wanted from BuffBunny World, and then looking at what was kind of left to order from, there wasn't many things, honestly. A lot of the stuff is t-shirts and kind of the bigger pump covers, which just to be honest, a lot of those prints were not really my style, so I think I only got one. And I did a little restock on some of the halo tees, so we will get into all of that. We are getting some Miracle seamless shorts, leggings, and the Halter seamless sports bra, all in the same colors, so you can kind of mix and match. So if you are not familiar with this, this is the Halter seamless sports bra in the color red ombre. It's going to come in Empire ombre, Court ombre, and Garden ombre. So we got this outfit when we did our team workout at the BuffBunny World event, which was super awesome for them to give this to us. I really like this top. I more prefer to just kind of wear it on its own with sweats or something, or like the peekaboo effect of the shorts coming out of this, or yeah, of the shorts coming out of the sweats. I like Miracle. I don't love it. I don't know. For me, I love the way it looks from behind, like straight on back, but I do not love the like side profile view that it gives and how it shrinks down the quad to make your glute look bigger. I like having like a big side leg look. So that is the one thing I do not care for about these shorts and leggings. I don't know if it's worse on one or the other. These shorts are also just like a little bit long for me. I'm 5'4", and I do think I would prefer them just like a little bit shorter. And this ombre color, I just think I don't know, it's hard to roll these up if you want to make them like appear shorter. So if I do Miracle at all, I more prefer the solids versus these ombres. That's just my personal preference, but you know, the ombre is really pretty, and we wore a different combo on another day that I'll show you, the Empire one. So I did get smalls this go around. I can do extra small in these as well, and that if I size down, that kind of helps with like any extra fabric up front, and they don't seem to be as long. But they are harder to get on at an extra small. These are definitely like a body shaping type legging and short. So you just have to be careful about sizing. It's kind of like pantyhose putting them on, but once they're on, they're good. The sets I got this past weekend are smalls. All my other ones are extra smalls because I just prefer the way they look a little bit better. And I'm not really seeing it very obvious, but sometimes if you do a bigger size or size up, you will get like, you kind of have some puckering of fabric around the glutes potentially. It just depends on your size, you know, how big your glutes are. So I didn't really like that in past Miracles. That's why I always had size down. They seem to have fixed that a little bit in these, you know, more current styles. These are not any different than the ones that came out in that was that July with the Strong AF edition. So, you know, I know Bailey wanted these to be a lower waist. They're still kind of like a mid to high rise on me. But again, if I would have done the extra small, the waist goes down, and I'll pop up a picture of me wearing extra smalls so you can kind of see the difference. And then the Halter seamless sports bra, I'm also doing a small. This bra, I really, like I said, I really like it. The only thing is wearing it long term, it does kind of tend to, I mean, any halter is going to give me like a little bit of neck pain after a while. Like we wore this the entire day at BuffBunny World, and I was like so done by the end of the day. But I do feel like my chest sits lower on my body too, so that's kind of like just an anatomy issue for myself. But this bra is cool because it does have this strap down the back here that is adjustable, that may help with, you know, taking some of the support on of the strap, but it also can just be completely removed if you want a totally open back, and then it makes it nice for just like taking the strap off over your head, like getting out of it a little bit easier. It's not difficult to get on and off with it on, but just pointing that out. So I do a small in this, and I like it. I think it has like, it's good coverage and it's decent support. I mean, this is not going to be like a high impact bra. None of their seamless stuff is. It's just more for either strength training or yoga, stuff like that, low impact type. There were no changes to the Miracle seamless legging from when we saw them this summer. Just the new colors. This is the color Empire Ombre, which I think is so pretty. This is what we wore to the BuffBunny World all day. And since I knew I was going to be in this all day and I didn't want any wardrobe malfunctions, I did choose to go with a size small in these leggings as well versus my extra small I've done before. Since it is so like, it's like shapewear to get on, and you got to get it all in the right places for it to look right. I didn't want to be messing around with a smaller size and have any problems or holes or anything, so I just decided to go with a small. But by doing that, I do have a little bit of like extra fabric in areas, and I do feel like I have to adjust and tuck them a lot more. There's a lot of extra fabric at the bottom of the ankles on me. I'm 5'4". They are said to be a 24-inch inseam, but there is a ton of fabric, and even if you're tall, I've not heard anybody saying that they're too short on them by any means. And I do feel like they look pretty good in the glutes, like I'm not getting any extra fabric up top in these. That was always like my concern when they made these the first time. There was just too much fabric. But they definitely are, you know, going to be a higher waist if you size up. So, you know, you just gotta pick whatever size is best for you. But this color out of all of the ombres, I think was my favorite, and it just looked so cute on all the girls at BuffBunny World. We are also getting exposed mesh jackets in the color black, white, and bloom. I'll post in a video here. The bloom color looks perfect with the Empire Ombre outfit. We wore that at BuffBunny World. So I wasn't sure how I'd feel about this, but honestly, I like this jacket more than whatever that last like kind of sheer one they gave. That was like a little too like frilly and girly for me and not really my style. This, I could see myself wearing this. So obviously it's cropped. Mine is a size small, and I do feel like it, you know, it still pretty much covers my torso and just like a little peekaboo waist there. It does have kind of like this satiny, this is more like, you know, spandex material around the waist, and then the cuffs, and then it has this like collar here. But the whole entire thing is mesh, even though it is like a little bit thicker. It's not like completely see-through, which I like. And that's why I chose not to get the white one. The white one looked a little bit more like see-through mesh to me. I just didn't really like that look. I like that you can't see my sports bra right through it, even on the pink one. So that's just my personal choice. It does also have like the very hidden pockets that just blend kind of seamlessly into the design on each side. So just like a flat pocket on each side there. And I also didn't get the white one because I was just worried about, because I heard other girls who, when this piece came out long ago, I didn't get it, then talk about getting tanner, self-tanner on their white one and it like kind of turning yellow. I feel like white pieces, white athletic gear is so risky, and mine will just randomly turn yellow in the wash sometimes and it's just ruined. So I didn't even want to risk that. So we were lucky enough to get the bloom one at the event, and then I picked up the black one because this can go with so many things. Definitely my favorite item launching with this Black Friday collection is the Poshknit straight leg pant. Coming in onyx black and platinum. I will post on the video. It is going to be in a short, regular, and tall inseams. I will put the lengths on the screen. And we were not able to get these in PR, but since I was at the event, I was able to buy them myself from the boutique, and I am so glad that I did. I first got the platinum ones and then tried those on. They were so good that I'm like, I need to get the black immediately too, because at that time we didn't really know when these were going to be coming out. I hope that they're shipping right away with Black Friday. They're still kind of questionable about that, and I needed to have these immediately. I have worn them almost every day, like one or of the other colors. They are so incredibly comfortable. I feel like they are so flattering. I love how they like are kind of glute defining up top, but then just go into a straight leg. It is Poshknit fabric, but Poshknit is a little bit different and is changing for us into this 2026. So it is going to be more stretchy. It is not as tight as old Poshknit. In fact, I did an extra small in these. In old Poshknit, there was no way I could ever do an extra small. I was like, could barely get a small on. I felt like sometimes it's so much, the older is so much tighter. So I think they're trying to make Poshknit a little bit closer to butter and maybe shy away more from butter pieces moving forward. Don't quote me on that, but we're probably going to be seeing more of this. So it is more like a durable butter. It's stretchy. It is so comfortable, but not nearly as lightweight or as thin as the butter. So you can see it's still like a high rise, but it probably would be higher if I did a small versus an extra small. And yeah, the different inseams. So I am doing an extra small regular length. I'm 5'4", and I feel like they're perfect. Like with no shoes on, they're just kind of barely, they're dragging a little bit on the ground, but I put a shoe on, they're fine. I would not want them any shorter at all, because honestly, when you put the shoe on and you start walking and moving around in these, and the fabric kind of naturally inches up, and it is, you know, it's kind of like inching up into the glutes a little bit anyway. Like that is the look of these leggings. So I know a lot of the girls who had done regular lengths in the past, who are a little on the taller side, like 5'6", 5'7", they were like, no way, they had to go back and get talls. So, you know, I wonder if the really tall girls will be okay with the tall length. I don't know. I hope that it works, because these are so good. This is like my favorite piece that they've had out in a long time, and I'm so happy to see it. They are just so flattering, comfortable, and I pray that we continue to see more colors in this as 2026 comes. Oh, and I forgot to say that I am definitely finding the platinum color way more stretchy than the black. So keep that in mind. You know, it's not crazy where you need like a different size, but like the gray and is just, it is a different amount of stretch. And that's common with a lot of athletic gear and just clothing in general. Like the different dyes, you're gonna have a different level of stretch. Usually like the darker the dye, the tighter and more compressive it can be. So keep that in mind. I do not think anybody needs to be sizing up, especially in the platinum color. It is meant to be glute defining and tight around the top, and then the flowy straight bottom. We are getting a little restock in the Halo tees, short sleeve and long sleeve. The colors are going to be black and white, and we are getting the two different lengths. So the hip length tee and then the baby tee is a waist length. So right now I have on the hip length one. I am 5'4", and as you can see, it's not like super long. It's not coming like way down over my hips. So I do like this for especially wintertime when you just want to make sure like you are not having any skin exposed at all. This would definitely be more of like a waist length tank on somebody, or a tee on somebody who is taller or has, you know, a longer torso. But it's nice to have both options. I more prefer the waist length just for like the look of it, especially for training. So if you're not familiar with Halo fabric, it is like super stretchy. It is, you know, like a body skimming look, but just very comfortable. It almost has like a cooling effect. I work out in these frequently, and I never feel like overheated or hot. They can be a little bit sheer depending on the color, and I will show you what the white one looks like on. But I do have this red sports bra on underneath, and you know, the black one's pretty good, but like you still have a little bit of sheerness even with the dark colors. So just keep that in mind. They're very soft. I have bought every color of these that have come out. I love them. I especially love these long sleeve ones. I love that like you can still see muscle definition like through the top, and I just love the look. I get a lot of compliments on them when I wear them and get asked about them all the time. They do also have the thumb holes on them if you prefer, you know, that kind of like cozy fit. I never wear those. I just kind of like scrunch them down and you don't even know they're there. So whatever you prefer, but it is nice to have these back for some of the people who didn't get them. I just hope that we continue to see more colors as 2026 comes along. Here's the baby Halo tee. So this is more of that waist length on myself, which is the length I prefer. Again, this is coming in white and black. And I purposely put on that Ombre sports bra underneath, pink, so that you could see what it looks like underneath this. Now in the lighting, it doesn't look like terrible, but I mean, you definitely can tell I have on a sports bra underneath this. I personally would not wear a dark colored sports bra underneath this. I more wear these tops anyway for lifestyle, and this white one, that was kind of my intent anyway. So I'll just wear my regular nude bra underneath it, and it shouldn't be that big of a deal and not very see-through. I will pop a video up of what that looks like. But I mean, even this, just wearing to and from to the gym, if you had a dark sports bra underneath, you know, not a huge deal. But I mean, even a white one underneath, you're still gonna see like a little bit of that outline because it is just a very sheer material. But you know, it's like, I really don't care if I'm going to the gym to work out, I don't care if you can see my sports bra under my top. So just keep that in mind with the white color, but these tees are so good in general. And then the short sleeve Halo baby tee, again in black and white. I have the white one as well. I do not wear the white one as much. I've had this when it first came out just because of the sheerness. I don't find myself wearing it that often. I did not get any of the full length ones, the hip length in this colors this go around. I have some from Vita that I will pop on the screen so you can see the length of the hip one on with the short sleeve. So not much different than the long sleeve, just a short sleeve version, a nice like cap sleeve. Everything is very stretchy, but I do know some people have reported, you know, if you carry weight up in your arms, that these can maybe dig in and be uncomfortable, and just like the length of the sleeve is, you know, it's like a cap sleeve. So, you know, if you don't like that, but they do not bother me at all because they are so stretchy. And I do a small in all the Halo tees, long sleeve, short sleeve. We're getting quite a few long sleeve, short sleeve, and then kind of like tank style pump covers in different lengths. This was the only one I got. I just do not wear this stuff enough for it to be worth it for me to add more items to my collection. I just do not have the space. I'm not a fan of getting things that I know I am not going to wear. And to be honest, many of them just were not my style. I didn't like the prints. I don't know, all of it was just not really my thing, except for the one that we got for our workout day at the event, which I'll show you. So that one was already provided to me. I love that one, and I would have picked that if I didn't get it already. But this one says it's gray, and it also is going to come on white, but it says unbreakable like across the back, if you can see that at all. So I do appreciate the fact that like they're giving us some non-girly type options, because I do kind of prefer more of like a tomboy look at times, especially in the winter. But just many of these still were not like my favorite, so I just got the one. But it is a super stretchy, soft t-shirt. It is not like rough at all. And I do a medium in these so that they're like just a little bit bigger. This is the little cherry weight plate t-shirt. So this is the back, and the front has like a little smaller version on the corner. Love this. So we got this included when we did our workout, and mine I believe is a small. Yes. So sometimes I do a medium in tees just because I like them a little bit oversized. This one was a small, but it was cute because we kind of like tucked it up a little bit into our sports bras. I don't know if I have any pics of me wearing it, but it is a nice tee, and it kind of seems like it has a little longer of a sleeve. I don't know. It's a good tank. It is a good weight. It's nice and soft. It's not stiff at all. Very cute. Okay, so that is all of the new pieces that I received for this launch. Again, the sale is going to be starting November 21st, Friday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Obviously, the sooner you can get to it, the more access to stuff you will have, because as people are buying, they are not going to be restocking the website. And what is currently on there right now is what will be available, plus these new items when that launch time hits. So the sooner you can get on it, the better. Make sure to use my code, The Gym Nurse, to save 10% on top of your sale. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already.